Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today going to discuss on the topic which is very important topic, you can say like that. So many interviewer ask this type of question like they said that you have to create one input field. After that you have to take one click button here. If you will enter anything in input field, and after you like clicking on a click button, then input shows in list like so they want to actually said that you have to create a to-do list. If you are clicking on any particular list, then you will get delete this particular element which you want to delete. So like this. So simply if interviewer asked you to create in to-do list in React, then so many student going to confuse then how to do this. So today I'm going to explain how you will do this very simply. I am not using any CSS here, just using React I am applying this. So let's see how you can do this. uh, for this I am deleting this everything right now, and after that just I am taking an input here, and for this input field I am giving like which type of input. It will be a type here. Type will be like uh, sorry, type will be in double comma like which is text. And after that in this input field, I have to give particular pass on change function here like so I am taking on change here. On now I have to give a particular function for on change. I have to give a particular function. Just I am taking name like input function. Okay, so also I have to declare this input function because I am passing this. Then just I am taking like const input function here, and I'm taking just factor function. And now also in this function what want to do, so I just want to change the state. So also I have to maintain a state here. So it will be, I'm just taking input here name, and set input, and now just destructure this use state. Now when just notice this, when I use state here, then automatically use state got import here from React. Now initially it will be empty, so I am giving just empty here. Now in this same input in this input function, what want to do, I just want to set this input function. Okay, now it will be like what want to do, it will be there is any particular, I just want to pass an event here, and there is a particular method here like e dot target dot value. And now from this I have to something giving error here, input function, it's not bad, on change. Okay, input type text, and on change input function. Okay, now so you have to input right here. Okay, now it will work. After that I what want to do, I just want to show this input after in list. So I'm just taking like unorder list. Okay, so for this ul will be here. Now inside another list, I have to take a list here. So just follow me which one I am showing that. Now for another list, this is showing like that. So in this I am just right now I am printing this, sorry, yes, inside this I just want to print this input here. Okay, so Now if we will notice that input, all input will be shown in this list in unordered list. Just you can see here. Okay, so I have done one thing, and now I just want to store all data. So for this I also have to take another button here for adding add button. So what we will do, just I am taking button here for this button. Okay, now I am giving name here add. Okay, now what want to do in this, I have to use on click here, because I just want to some event after clicking this add button. So in this on click I just have to pass an function here. So I am just giving a name like output. It will show output. So just I am giving output function. So after that output, there is showing output is not defined. So also I'll have to define output function here. So I'm defining const output function. I'm just taking also factor of function here. So just follow me, every step I am explaining very simply. It's going to be very simple if you are seeing very constantly, so it will be very easy to understand for you. And now what we can do, like for this output function, what we want to do, also I have to store all data, like we want to store all things. So like first of all it will be like this, and I have to add. So where it will be add, I just have to store this in any particular array. Then through iterating this array, we can printing all those data. So also I also have to destructure through an array, also have to take an state here. So I am just taking const like first name is output, and set output here. Okay, set output. Okay, now I am taking also use state. In this I have to pass an array. Okay, because we want to store all those data in a particular array. So I am just destructuring this through an array. Okay, you know very well that in ES6 there is new feature like destructuring. So I am just using destructuring for use state here. Now in this output function, what want to do, I just want to like this set output function here. I just have to take this uh, output and set output. Okay, now it's okay, because I also have taken output function here, so we can't declare at the same name output here. From to output I have to take different keyword like that. So what we can do now, we can do one thing here. In this set output, what want to store like that. Okay, notice that I am storing data in the set output, and it will store array. Also return what will return will array. Okay, so I am taking this also. In this I have to pass an arrow function here. And this arrow function, what we can do, we just can return. Okay, in this arrow function we have to take a value here. So I just mention a value. You can mention anything. So in this what we can do like return. What we will return here, we will return an array, and in this array we have to take this value, and also I have to take this input here. Okay, so why we are doing like that, first of all this value come here after every click here. Output, if we will click at this, all value will come here and enter in this. And array makes storing all data. It will be input, and it will be value will be previous all value. So they will storing all data, and after that returning this. So that's why we are using like that. uh, so what we can do now, now we can do this. We just want to print all those data of this value which have stored in set output function. So how we can do this? For this we want to store all the, so first of all in this I am taking a double bracket here because we are writing JavaScript inside this uh, HTML tag. So how we can do this? For we have to take a double braces here. We know very well that inside what want to pass, we just want to pass. We have to iterate this array. So for iterating, we have to use a mapping here. So how we can use that? We have to do set output. It will all store data will be in output. So output dot map. First of all, I have to set output here. Take set output inside this. Uh, inside this, I have to take like return. So I have to just iterate output dot map. In this map function, I have to pass a data here. And now there is no set output. I'm taking just output here. Okay. Now because we want to this will be output. Okay. We just want to travel this output. Okay. So just I am taking output dot map, and inside this we just want to we have to take a value here, value, and just want to return something. So I am returning like what want to return. So it will return this list here. So I am cutting this and returning this here, and inside this now it should work like yes, this is working. So what we have done, we have just travel, all data will come this output. So just want to travel, so I have taken output dot map here, and after output map I have to pass in value because we want to return all values. So also I have pass value here because we all store in this, after mapping it will store the value. So just want to print value. Now it will work finally. So just check it's working or not. Now I am adding something, then it's work. Okay, so yes, no issue. Now we can store all this thing. Now what we can do, now I have to use I just have to pass one data, and now also I have to use one click button here. And notice that if we are using writing something, and after clicking here, now this data is printing, but this input box is not going to be empty. So for this input box to be empty, what we can do, just one thing here. Because in input function, we this is an input function. For input this input field also have to take a value, because if we are taking value, then it will target a particular value here. Now in this value, what we can do, we just can do pass this input, because always we are putting input here, so it will be input. Okay. So for this input, now what we got to do, if we are trying to write here, and after adding, now it's all now it's not working, but it's not going to be empty. If this value will set after clicking, when we are clicking add button, then it should be empty. So where is when we are clicking this add button, which function will call? Now the function like output function will call. Yes, it will be like output input function. Okay, output function will call. So what we can do in this on click button, like input function will call. Now in input field we have to go here, and after that we can do one thing. When we are clicking this add button, and after clicking it should be empty. Now I have to go like this output field here, and in output field, because we are clicking this output function here. In output function what we want to do, we want to this input function, set input function should be empty. So we can take set input, this should be empty. Okay, now it should work. Yes, it's working finally. Okay, now I have done almost thing of my project. Now just have to add, like we have to add how we can do, like how to delete this particular thing. Like we are adding like Sakib here, and after that we have to show one button here, and when we are clicking this button, this value should be deleted. Now what we can do, so for this I am just taking one another like okay, I am taking one another file here for this new file. Okay, and in source I'm taking a new file, and I'm giving like todo.js. Okay, so in this todo.js I am just taking an arrow function here. So for this it will return something, and in this returning, now in this returning I am taking just a fragment here, and also have to export this export default to do. Okay, now what we can do, we just we are using like this list. Inside this list we just can pass in particular function here, a particular component we just can pass, like so which component I just want to pass to do here. Okay, now one thing, notice that if you are clicking automatically to do here, now to do will import here, to do from to do, it will import it. Now what we can do in this, now it will return this thing. Okay, here now because we are passing data from parent to child, so we just have to pass this value, because we want to pass this value, so just have to pass value here, and I am just giving same name. We also can give same name, so I'm giving same name because there will be no any confusion if you are passing same name. Now this will be accessed from props, because we are passing data from parent to child, so I'm just giving props here, so also props here. Okay, now it should work. Okay, now I am adding something, now it giving. Okay, now it's working properly. Now what we can do, also have to add and click button here, so I am taking a button. So in this button what want to, I just delete. Okay, so just notice that inside this fragment I have to taken a list which will print this number, and I also it will print always one delete button here. and just Sakib I have added. Now it will also give one Sakib here and in delete button. So I just want to some event in this delete button. So how we can do this? For doing this I have to do one thing here. Yes, I'm just I have to take, because in this button I have to like one event here, so I'm giving one or it will be delete function. Okay, delete function. Okay, now also have to declare this delete function. Delete function. Now what we can do in this, I am just declaring through arrow function here. Sorry, this. Now what we can do, I am just doing a consoling here, console dot log, and I'm just try to printing like deleting. So after that I just want to check it's working or not. So I'm just refreshing this. After that I will do something. Okay, now I am writing something here. I am clicking an add button, it will add. Also I am clicking a delete button. Now console is working. If you'll notice here in this console here, now you can see when I am clicking in delete it will increasing. So these are working finally. Now I have to declare this in parent component, because want to delete this after. So just I am cutting here and I am this pasting here. Okay, now this delete function is here. Now if because we are using here, so I also have to pass the delete function from here. So what we can do, for to do also have to pass delete function. Also I'm giving same name, delete function. Okay, no issue. Now have to assess this delete function is. So how we can like have to write props dot delete. Now this should work. Okay, yes, this is working fine. So hope you guys you are understanding all those things which I am explaining. I am not explaining very well, I know, but I am trying to explain all those things very simply, because if I am not doing gathering here, then you will be able to understand all those things. So after that what we can do, I just have to want to some event here, which should be, if you are clicking this delete, it should be deleted. Okay, so after that in this very well, this after making there will be two things, one is value and second one is index. So also I have to I have passed here value. Also I need to index here, because want to delete a particular element, so I have to pass a index. So I am taking index here. So yes, I am passing this index to id. I'm giving name and id, it will be index. Now id index. Okay, now what we can do, we can do just like this will be okay. Now this should be essays here. So I just want to print is this is the on this on click button. So I have to pass in this here. I'm deleting this props dot delete function. Also we cannot delete, no issue. I am taking an arrow function here, and inside this arrow function. Okay, now I have to write this props dot delete, and inside this I have to pass this id. Okay, so it will be also props dot id, no issue. Now how we can do this, so let's check this. Okay, now it should work. Now what want to do, I just want to do like how we it should be deleted. Now I am just deleting this console because there is no need. I know it's working. Now what I want to just update this set output. So set output will here, and after set output I am passing one arrow function here, and inside this I am returning. I just want to return this after filtering. So what filter? I just want to filter this output dot filter, and it will filter in this. I am taking an arrow function, and it will take like I am giving an array, and it will be index. Okay, so what want to, I just want to I have to also pass one id, because we have declared as an id here. We can see now I just want to compare this id should not, which element should print, which will be not, id should not be equal to index. Okay, so it will return here. So it should work now. Okay, id not equal to index, sorry. Now it will work. Okay, so this id should not equal to this index. Okay, so I'm just adding something. After adding, I'm just try to clicking delete here. So there is output function. Okay, output, just have to output here, because I'm just want to this output. Okay, output. Okay, so I'm just adding this after clicking delete. Now it should work, but don't know why this is not working. Okay, let me check. Set output. Okay, this will be set output because this is array. uh, Set output here. Okay, now output. Okay, now it should work. Yes, it's working fine. Sakib Jamali. Okay, now all all are working. Test clicking. Okay, so if you guys got this, how to make a to-do list simply, and how you will, if anybody asks to make to-do list in interview, how you can do this easily. So I just try to explain all those things. So if you will like this video, so please subscribe my channel. I'm I have done this video. If you want to more video related this, then please subscribe my channel. I am uploading all videos simply like that, without css apply here. So please subscribe. So thank you for watching.